Hi, this is Garth from Good Tech Fun Tech, and today we're taking a look at the Samsung Galaxy S2, the black version, also known as the IGT 9100. So here we have the phone right here. It's a very light phone coming in at 116 grams. It's a very thin phone at 8.49 millimeters, so it can fit into your shirt pocket, your purse, your wallet. It's just basically a very light phone. Some of the great features of this phone is that right over here, as you can see with my thummies, it has the front 2 megapixel front facing camera, and you can also see above the Samsung logo is a speaker for your ear, and at the bottom, which you cannot see clearly but there is a microphone at the bottom of it. There's also a home button, and on the side of the home button you have two touch sensitive buttons which isn't visible right now because the phone isn't on. But one is the back button and the other one is the settings control button. At the back of the phone there is an 8 megapixel camera with flash. It's not dual flash, but it's single flash. And the great thing about it is that it can take great pictures in low light conditions. The display is a Super AMOLED display, which Samsung says is actually better and saves on battery with the other phones, but I believe the HTC Sensation has a much better resolution than the Samsung, and I'm sure Samsung will update that as time goes by. It's a 4.27 inch external display running at 800 by 480, Super AMOLED Plus, as I've said, and the brightness of that really comes out when you're looking at the phone for the first time. Now, something that is not available on the iPhones is that it has a battery which you can replace. Here's the battery right here. This one is a Samsung battery. You also get aftermarket batteries which are much cheaper, and I'll be putting that on the website for sale later. It's a 1650 mAh battery, and it can last for up to 8 hours talk time. At least that's what Samsung says. I've used the phone for a day using lots of apps on it, and it's only lasted 8 hours or less than 8 hours with some of the features that I've used, some of the apps I've used. So it's always handy to carry a second battery with you, and that's why I've got this second battery. For the second battery I also have an external recharger, and this recharger, you just slot the battery in there and you pull out the jack over there and you plug it in. As you can see, it only has a 2-prong plug, but you can use it, what was that, plug that I said? But you can also use it with an adapter, and you can charge the battery. It takes roughly between 4 to 6 hours to recharge the battery. With this device it uses that time, and I'll also be offering this device on the website for sale. Okay, let's look at the phone now and see what it can do. So let's turn it on. It has a very cute animation at the beginning, and nice intro. It doesn't take long for the phone to boot up. Okay, so some of the great features of this phone is that it also has, apart from normal still image photos, it also has video recording. And when you go into the applications, you can see it has a whole string of applications running by default. The great thing that I like about this phone is that it's pretty smooth, but I think that's due to the dual-core processor that's inside. And many of the bloatware that comes with the phone is not really bloatware. Samsung has developed some new features like the social hub here at the bottom, the readers hub and the game hub. That's Samsung's way of showing that it doesn't only provide one service of the phone. It also has an integration. We'll be going at some of these apps more in depth later, but that's the main features of the phone.